A main theme and a main central focal point I want you to get out of me in the videos that I post is just start somewhere. Just start. Just go and take that action of starting. Because starting is actually the hardest step you can take psychologically. Because in that moment, you're fearful of what other people are going to think of you, and you're fearful of what other people are going to think about you, say about you, judge you for doing things a different way. Because ultimately, you might be wanting to start a business. You might be wanting to start your YouTube channel. You might want to start drawing, maybe doing something different with your life. And the thing is, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique in your sense. Do you really want to be the same as everyone else? Do you want to have the exact same life that everyone else has? No, you probably don't. You probably want to be a little bit different. That's why YouTube is such an appealing career, because it's different. But not a lot of people want to take that leap of faith and that step of faith because they sometimes overthink. And this happened to me for a while. I overthought. I thought too much about it. Just don't stop thinking about it. Don't make it into this crazy thing that it's not. I used to think that, what if I fail? What if I stop? Like, what are people going to think about me? Are they going to judge me? And then that's when I actually took that step forward and I started posting my first video. I got a little bit more comfortable. I got in the rhythm. And now look at me. Look what has happened. I feel a lot better. And I'm kind of in this groove, and I'm not stopping. And I'm not stopping because I took that first step. Because everyone's going to start somewhere. And everyone has a starting point in their life and in their career and in their journey. Think about anyone that you look up to, anyone that you see now, anyone that you see in front of you, anyone that you see that's ahead of you, anyone that you see that you might want to be like. They all started from somewhere. Like, we were all born day one. Like, we were all kids at a point. We all somewhat, I mean, depending on where you grew up, where you're from, who raised you, how bad or good your life was, we all started somewhere. Some people might have had disadvantages growing up. Some people might have had advantages growing up. And the crazy thing is, you can't blame anyone else for those. And you can't blame for anyone else for how you were in the past to where you are right now. So just start somewhere. Start somewhere and just start small. Start building these small wins, these small consistent wins. Those small consistent wins are going to add up over time. And over time, you will gradually come in and make those big wins. But when you start and you think that you have to be on the level that other people are on, that's the crazy part is that we're always hyper analyzing and we're always competitive. We're so competitive as humans. We want to be the best. Our ego clouds us, and we want to be better than other people. And just because we see that people, what they have right now, they have this fancy camera, they have this fancy production setup. Look at this guy. He's drawing this drawing, and it's so amazing. I can't compete with that. I can't be that. I can't do that. Yes, you can. We all start from somewhere. He started from somewhere. So you gotta start from somewhere. We all start from somewhere. We all have a day one. Other people might be further on in their journey, and other people might look like they have it all together, and other people might look like they're so advanced. But really, they were in your same shoes at one point. And seeing someone succeed, seeing someone that is better than you, seeing someone that is wiser than you, seeing someone that is stronger than you, seeing that someone that has something that you have should be motivation. Should be motivation to you. Should be motivation that is possible. Humans can actually do that. If someone has never done anything that you have done or want to accomplish or think that you can accomplish, but you don't think that you can accomplish. You dream that you can accomplish it because it's so strange, it's so out of pocket, it's so insane and so surreal. Be the first one to make it happen. Be the first one to do it. Be the first one to start that thing. Be the first. It's okay to be different. But we all have to start somewhere. We all start somewhere. We all have day one. Go back to activated day one. Go back to the first video on this channel. Go back to my first ever live stream. Go back to my first ever post on this channel, and you'll see that I started from somewhere, and that means that you can start from somewhere too. And if you're overthinking about it, if you're overthinking about what could happen to you, all these bad things that might happen to you, what if they don't support me, what if they don't like me, what if they say bad things about me, what if they call me names, what if they judge me differently, what if they look at me differently, what if they talk about me differently, what if they view me differently? And reality is, it's probably not that deep. It's probably not that deep. You started that business, and now all of a sudden you have people that are doubting you, but it's not that deep. Like, and the reality is, people around you, and this may seem kind of messed up, but even people that you love don't necessarily really care about what you do. Like me posting these videos has no impact around my family and has no impact on like my close friends' lives. So why does it matter? They're not going to judge me for this. They're not going to look at me differently for this. And quite frankly, I don't really care if they look at me differently. I don't care what they say about me, what they call me, because I know that they're around me for a reason and they'll probably support me. A lot of my friends support me and I appreciate that. My family members support me and I appreciate that. But in the reality is you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. It's not that deep. A lot of people want to support you. A lot of people want you to succeed. But at the same time, there's also going to be people that just watch you and they think that you're going to succeed, but they don't really care. So don't let what other people think about you really dictate what you're going to do. Other people's lives should have no impact on what you do and what you want to accomplish. And I think that's the main hurdle that you have to overcome. When I first came around posting my first video, I thought that no one was going to see it. And then all of a sudden, like, all my friends find my channel, find my stuff. And at first I was a little bit embarrassed. I'm like, look at me right here. All my friends have found my channel and they all actually followed. They all actually followed me. And that was that kind of felt nice for me because a lot of people will want to support you and will want to see you succeed. So don't think that everyone's against you. And even if they are against you, you have to prove them wrong. You have to start somewhere. In reality, you have these goals, you have these visions, you have these ambitions that no one else can see and no one else knows. And do you really want to tap into those, or do you want to leave these unactivated for the rest of your life? Do you want to leave these things broken for the rest of your life? Do you want to be in your gravestone? Do you want to be at the end of your life and look back on your whole life and wonder and think like what you could have been? Or do you want to get up and going, and do you want to actually accomplish those? And hopefully throughout these series, if you just watch these videos, I encourage watching one of these videos every day. Watch the previous one and then the next one and the next one, or maybe you just want to binge watch these all at once. But all I can say is that start somewhere. Start somewhere. Stop procrastinating. Stop starting. And procrastination is crazy, or procrastination is big here, because you don't see it as procrastination because it doesn't have a certain deadline. See, procrastinating starting a business doesn't really feel like procrastination because it doesn't have a strict deadline. It's just like a dream. It's kind of out there. It's kind of like meh. But like it's not procrastination like a test or a paper where it has to be done by a certain time. So it doesn't really feel like procrastination. So therefore, you're likely to put it off even longer because it doesn't feel like procrastination. It doesn't feel like procrastination. So you think that you're not really doing anything bad, but truly you're just letting your dreams die. You're just letting your visions die. You're letting your future self is looking back on you and is wondering why you never started. And you're going to sit in a pool of regret in 2 years if you don't get up and going, and if you don't get up and start now, if you don't actually stay consistent and do all the things that this journey entails. But the most important thing and the best thing you can ever do in life is just start. Simply get up and get going. Simply get up and do that workout. Simply get up and start running. Simply get up and do whatever it may be. That thing that's so scary right now, that thing that it feels like it's so far away. It's not attainable right now. But I promise you, if you get up, get going, that is the hardest part upon this journey. That first step is really 10 steps in itself. That first step feels so daunting. That first step feels so scary. That first step feels so overwhelming. And it feels like you're not going to be able to get there. But just doing that first step, just get going. Get over the fear, because the fear of doubt and the fear of insecurities and the fear of what other people think about you. Don't let it dictate your life any longer. Don't let it dictate what you actually want to do. Because for a long time, I was sitting in that fear. I was curled up in a blanket and balled in that fear. I was looking at these ambitions that I had and never acted on them until one day I said it's enough. I actually have to make a change. I gotta start doing this. I don't care what other people are going to think. And the reality is you don't have to hit a home run with your first swing. You don't have to hit a homer with your first at bat. Even striking out. will make you a better person. Even striking out at that plate will make you a better player. Even missing, even failing at first will make you a better person. And how you react to that failure, that initial failure, maybe no one really pays attention to you. Maybe you launch your business and all of a sudden within a month you've done no sales. You haven't made any progress. And you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you're lost. But guess what? This is now a hurdle. This is now a part of your story. This is a part of your journey. This is something that's unique to you, so take something out of it. Not everyone starts a business. Not everyone starts that. Not everyone starts what you want to do. So that's why you're unique in your own way, and you gotta create that own story for yourself. And I don't know many stories that start on page 50. I don't know many stories that start on chapter 6. I don't know many stories that start at the end. I don't know many stories that do that. Every story that I've written or read, every story that I've written and every story that I've read and every story that I've stumbled across on has a page 1. Has a page 1. There's a page 1 in that book, and you have to write it now. You have to become the author of your life. Don't let other people don't start reading other people's stories and get entailed into their stories. Like, just because you see what I do doesn't mean you have to do what I do. Just because you see someone else doing that thing doesn't mean you have to do what they're doing. Be your own author, be your own creator. And just get going. Start writing that first page. Start going on that first page, and you'll be impressed. You'll be so excited and so glad that you started in the first place, that you're going to be so happy with yourself. The best thing I ever do was just start. The best thing that I've ever done in my life is just start. And the crazy thing is, the wild thing is about my life is that this is the start. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of my life. I'm starting to make a change, and this is just a start. This is just a start. Oh man, I am so ready for what the future holds. But like I've been saying, none of that happens if you don't take action now. Take action in the present. This present moment before you, this moment that you have, this second of your time that you have right now, this second that I have here with you is special. This moment here with you is very vital to your life. This moment that I have with me and you is very precious. Don't let it go to waste. I have this moment with you, and I have the special privilege. I have the undenying privilege of having a second of your time. And that's how you have to view your time. So stop wasting it on things that won't make you better and won't make you become a person that you actually want to be. Say you're scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, or whatever, YouTube, you're keep on scrolling, looking at what other people have and thinking of what you could be, and that just makes you sad and depressed. And hopefully you can use my channel as some motivation. Like, all this is raw, all this is unedited, all of this is just straight from my heart. I don't have a script here. I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm just being who I am, and I'm speaking to you. And you can take this as a sign, and you can take this as a sign to do what you want to do with your life, and you can take this as a sign to start working towards who you want to be, and you can take this as a sign of motivation. Or you can sit there again and again and again and again and again and fail and not actually take action. Not taking action is the worst thing you can do. Take action on the life that you want. Take action on the person that you know you can become. And the hardest part of that is just taking that first step. It's not really that scary. It's not as scary as you may think it is. People might call you names, people might pick on you, but so what? You're still alive, you still have feet, you still have a voice. You still have a message beside you. You're still who you are today. And I just want you to know that it gets better. Like, that first step is scary. That first step is daunting. That first step might have you regretting, like, why did I just do that? Why did I just make a fool of yourself? And you gotta stop thinking like that. You gotta stop thinking like everyone's against you, like the world is against you. You gotta start thinking on a positive vibration. You gotta start thinking positively. Attract things that are positive. And to start thinking positively, not negatively. Not negative. If that's negatively. Stop thinking negative about things. Because go into that first step knowing that you will succeed, knowing that other people will support you. And if they don't, so what? If they don't support you, so what? They're not going to do the work for you. So why do you even need their support in the first place? They're not going to be with you every step of the way. So what's the point of their support? you know, and just get up and going. Take that first step. Take that leap of faith. Do what you want to do. If you can get anything out of this video, and if you're still here watching this, just know that you need to start. Just start. Just start. Just start. You should be sick and tired of wasting your life. You should be sick and tired of the time that you're wasting. And that's how I was about 3 months ago or 2 months ago. I don't even know when I started. But all I know is that I started and I never looked back. And I'm never going to look back. And I'm always going to continue going and continuing to improve. And I promise you that we can look back on the start of this activated series. I'll be like, geez, wow, that's impressive. He kept on going. He was consistent with it. He took that first step. But none of it would have happened if I didn't actually take that first step. That first overwhelming barrier. But I hope you all have a great day. That's enough. This was a long video. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And most importantly, just start. Just get going. Do the thing that you want to do, but you're not doing right now. Because it's scary. It's hard. And you know, the chances are you probably want it because it is a little bit crazy. It is a little bit extreme. It is a little bit scary at first, but you got to get over that fear.